me? Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
All right, thank you, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Dr. Burhanuddin. Um, I would like to first of all, oh, I got to turn off my speaker or something here. Hold on, yeah. Is that better? All right, there's no echo now. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Universitas Hayam Wuruk Perbanas, my longtime friend, uh, sahabat-sahabat, saudara-saudara di Perbanas, from our beloved rector, Dr. Yudi, Prof. Tati, Prof. Lutfi, Bu Lindi, and my doa prayer to Dr. Roni, who is, I just found out that he's in the hospital right now. We pray that he will recover very quickly. Semoga diberi kesihatan, kesembuhan secepatnya, sepenuhnya, dan menjadi lipat kali ganda lebih kuat sihat berkat dari sebelumnya. Um, I was told to keep my presentation to 20 minutes, so I did something rather different with my presentation today. With this title, the ethical. Let me share my screen first, right? Um, Let me share my screen. Oops. How do I share my screen there? There. Okay. Mm, Share screen. Entire screen. Entire screen. Yeah. Can somebody help me? I cannot share. I cannot ketik gitu ya.
This what?
Yeah.
This one? The one?
That one. That one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sebatang itu ya. Share itu ya. Itu sudah bisa share.
Baca.
Bismillah.
Proposal Rifat, presentation is already on the screen.
What happened?
We need technological revolution this time.
Oh, sudah
Bisa
di-share.
sama panitia. The committee share.
Committee already share.
Okay, the only thing I have while listening to the speeches, saya sudah ada upgrade yang baru.
Oh, upgrade-nya.
Ya. Jadi
Di keren saja. Ini sudah di share screen ini.
udah share screen.
Sudah.
Cumannya ini belum update lagi. Saya ada update baru.
Oh, ada.
Tadi saya bisa dengar itu lama kan, jadi saya
Let them stop share first.
stop share first. Okay, thank you very much. Alright, while talking ini kita apa ni, let me reframe what I'm going to present in a minute. Sudah, okay. Silakan. Monggo. Mangga.
Mango.
Musangking boleh ya.
Udah kalau
Alhamdulillah, ini kan pakar dan ahli ya. Stop sharing lagi. Tadi udah bisa tuh.
Fiturnya di mana? Di PDF ya?
Bukan ini di PowerPoint-nya.
PowerPoint.
Iya.
the entire screen.
Yes.
Iya, itu yang saya ketik juga tadi tuh. Oh, tapi mungkin karena di sana di share jadi dia nggak bisa ya gitu ya. Ya ini,
Zoom-nya tadi.
Zoom-nya.
Oh, pakai website, bukan pakai aplikasi.
Nggak tahu pakai apa itu. Silakan Mas.
Iya.
Monggo. Lebih nyaman gitu. Okay, unmute ya.
This is
Ya. Betul ya? Okay.
sudah.
Sudah. Barusan. Okay. Bisa ya sekarang? Dr. Burhanuddin, shall I proceed? Shall I continue?
Right.
I shall. I mean, silence means consent, so I will continue. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. I will go ahead and start. Again, greetings to all my friends and my saudara-saudara se-Nusantara. I would like to present you with a topic called ethical foresight, the future of technological revolution, business, and sustainability in Nusantara and the world. I've done something rather different this time in my presentation. Um, I'm I'm starting with the conclusion. Yeah. So this is my given that the time is very limited, 20 minutes. So I'm going to start with the concluding remarks first, the concluding points first. They're basically 10 points that I like to convey in this presentation, in this keynote address. Number one is that we want to understand and we must understand that the fourth industrial revolution, 4IR, and the fifth industrial revolution, here and now, right? Here and now, they are all present right now. The fourth industrial revolution and the fifth industrial revolution, the both revolutions are here. Since we are talking about technology revolution, so both revolutions are here. So what's fourth industrial revolution? Point number two, the convergence of digital, physical, electrical, electronic, as well as social, biological, coming together. All the technology are coming together. And point number three, this is the paradigm shift, if I may, right? And that is the fourth industrial revolution here together with the fifth industrial revolution, which is essentially the convergence of physical, digital, biological, as well as the ethical, spiritual technology, the ethical and spiritual technology. So we have the fourth IR and the fifth IR present currently now here in this world today. My fourth concluding point, so I can start with the conclusion just in case I need to stop, so you all will get the concluding remarks, concluding points immediately. This is probably the most important point, the utmost important concern we have right now, the challenge we have as businesses, as knowledge institutions, as universities, as scholars, as students, as lecturers, as researchers is this: that power is with those who control ethics, morality, and spirituality. Last time we said the devil is in the detail. Now Satan is in the standards. Satan is in the standard. We are in a period right now, we are in a revolutionary shift, a global revolutionary shift right now. This is the battle of good versus evil. This is the battle of good and evil. Control the standards, control the world. I will get to this point later on in the presentation. Control the standards, control the world. Number five, concluding remark, concluding point number five, clarity of values, vision based on ethical compass. Hence, the establishment of clarity of values and vision based on ethical compass is utmost important. One must have this ethical compass. Organization must have this ethical compass, not just compass but ethical compass, because the battle is a battle of ethics, battle of good versus evil. Number six, businesses especially want to think, and we who are researching on business, who are learning about business, students of business, institutions of business education, will need to think about ethical branding, ethical products, and ethical services. Just like what Dr. Maria was outlining, was deliberating very comprehensively with the idea of greening of businesses, greening of construction. That is actually an ethical rationalization of businesses, ethical rethinking of business, ethical reimagination of how construction should be executed, should be implemented, should be compartmentalized into different parts, and each part of it must also be green, must also be ethical. Number 7, the concluding point of my presentation today is to be part. Everyone, every institution, every business must be part of an ethical change movement. Either you're on the good side or on the evil side, on the right side or the wrong side, right? It is very easy to be drowned by the capitalist-led globalization that is flooding the world right now. So we want to choose the side of good, the side of the right. Number 8, to influence and establish our own standards and our own accreditation institutions. Right? If we do not do that, other people will come and tell us what is good, tell us what is right. We might not have the power to challenge them because they have the power to give you certification, to tell you you are a good institution, you are a good student, you are a good lecturer, you're a good country. They come up with rating system and points and a ranking system, rank your university, to rank you as an individual, as a scholar, to give you a number, and you are attached to this number. They set the standards. Satan is in the standard. So we got to fight Satan. We got to bring our angels to fight the Satans by establishing our own accreditation institution and our own standards, right? Like I said, point number 4, the battle of good and evil is about controlling the standards. Those who control the standards control the world. Number 9, collective mobilization. What does it mean? Let me see. I got to remove this a bit now. Collective mobilization. So we cannot fight this war, cannot fight this battle alone, right? We do not want to have these powerful giants kick the backside of us because we're small. We, the small, must come together. We have the power of numbers, right? The numbers is on our side. So think about collective mobilization at the university level, a university network, standards, or ASEAN coming together, or the Halalan Toyiban movement, or common ethical platform. So we have Lazada, we have Shopee. Where is the ethical platform? Where is the ethical shopping, online shopping, right? Where we will shame them when they are not ethical, right? We want to have our own platform. So coming up with this collective effort to mobilize and transform and change the world from the satanic forces of capitalism to the angelic forces of goodness, of kindness, of spirituality. And number 10, and is to think about how do we measure success? What is our success? What is our success in our process? What is our success in terms of time? What is our process in terms of achievement of performance, right? So these are the 10 concluding points I want to conclude. So I will start with that. Now I will start my presentation. Um, I'm going down next. Okay, so the framing of my presentation is about the industrial revolution. Since we are talking about technology revolution, so technology revolution is very much part of the industrial revolution, and this is a discourse that is put forth in the World Economic Forum, none other by Klaus Schwab himself, who is a German engineer and economist, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. Right, World Economic Forum is basically the congregation, the coming together of world leaders, businesses, technologies, influencers, philanthropists coming together. Basically, the leaders of the world, or those who want to rule the world, they come together and basically chart the future of our humanity, so to say. Yeah. So here it is. This is called Klaus Schwab. Then he outlined very socio-technological evolution of society. So the first industrial revolution is about the steam revolution, the steam engine. The second one in 1870, division of labor, where electricity comes into the production, the mass production, right? Number 3 is where electronics, IT, automated production come in. So that is the industrial revolution number 3. Now is industrial revolution number 4. It's about cyber physical system, where there's integration of social biology with digital, with the internet, with the AI system, right? Artificial intelligence. Now, there is Industrial Revolution number 4. The fourth IR is a convergence of revolutions of digital, physical, electrical, and social biological, gabungan empat revolusi. So technology is entering society and human body. This is where it becomes very powerful, right? And we see the emerging technology in robotics, AI, nanotechnology, things as your fingertip, smaller than your fingertip, smaller than your fingernail rather. Biotechnology, Internet of Things, IoT, 3D printing, and autonomous vehicles, they are all emerging at the same time. So the essence is cyber, physical, social, biological integration of technology and industrialization. So we see that it's happening right now. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the point that I want to raise. This is the point we need to think about. The question is there another revolution of the fourth revolution? When will it come? So my contention, the point that I would like to put forward is the next revolution, the 5IR, is here and now. The two waves, the concurrent revolution together. One is more overt, terang-terangan, overt, explicit, that you can see, people talk about, which is the fourth IR, the AI, the Internet of Things, the 3D printing, the autonomous driving machines. The other one is much more covert and not too, cannot be seen very clearly, and that is the 5IR. So what is this 5IR? I will talk about it and even more, delve further into it. Hopefully, I'll keep to my 20 minutes presentation. So let me see there. The Industrial Revolution 5IR, right, is the convergence of physical, digital, biological, and ethical and spiritual. So ethical is a big word right there. So ethical coding, ethical standards are coming into all aspects of our life, right? So ethics, there's a new technology that's driven by ethics, but whose ethics? There's a question right now. Now let's go to the next slide. So industrial revolution is the beginning of this battlefield, the battlefield of good and evil, right? If we lose this one, evil will win, and they will conquer this world, right? It's been devastating, but that's the. I'm not exaggerating. This is the truth, right? So they can create destruction in this world, but they can justify the destruction. They'll tell why the destruction is good, and we will accept it. They will massacre people, by the tens of thousands, and they say it's a justified war. They use ethics to justify their sins and destructions and then exploitation of humanity, right? So we can since I'm talking about the foresight, the emerging realities as well, right? Now is where we see certain emerging realities happening, right? Number one, we see the ubiquitous computing, meaning the ability to do computing work, right? Is almost everywhere, right? Not necessarily everywhere, but almost everywhere. So accessibility of technological capabilities. So one can basically infiltrate, can hack, can create, can deceive, right? Can do good or do bad rather easily with current level of technological capability. So that is number one, the ubiquity of computing power, computing capability, right? Number two is the post-truth media, the multiple truth media. We can't really tell the difference between hoaxes and half truths, right? The picture you see there, and you see that some people see the truth as a round shape, a circular shape. There are some people see the truth as a square, but both can be true. And we, the consumers, we, the end users, we, the students, we, the researchers, are sometimes confused. So this is an emerging reality of the current state of affairs right now that we are experiencing, the informational state of affairs that we are experiencing. So number three, there's a blurring and breaking and barricading of boundaries and walls. So, I mean, Facebook, what is the motto of Facebook? Move fast and break things. Move fast and break things. Boundaries between public and private are being blurred. It's being exploited. It's being monetized. Right? Your public life is being monetized and as a marketing product, right? So that they can customize and target and surgically find you and market things to you, whether you like it or not, right? You chat about traveling to the Himalayas, and suddenly your social media, Instagram or Facebook or whatever else you have there, right? We will be flooded with information about how to climb mountains, or how to survive in cold temperature, or what gear to buy, right? So your private conversation is no longer private, like what the speaker on big data was talking about. So personal space has become public and has become commercial spaces as well. And number four, the collapse and distrust of system and institutions. People start to not believe in institutions, not believe in systems. Well, the institutions get questioned. There's a high degree of distrust of institutions and systems, and and what's happening with all this? We are entering a world where there's a lot of uncertainty, and when there's uncertainty, this thing happen, right? AI is happening. What this AI is a fascinating thing. The godfather of AI, right? The person by the name of Jeffrey Hinton, who is the godfather of AI, he quits, he resigns from Google, right? And he basically argues that AI is based on is not based. Sorry, there should be a not based there. It's not based on ethical foundations. So AI has no guardians to make sure that it follows ethical code, it follows ethical values. AI can be a monster, and the monster depends on who owns the monster, who exploits the monster, who controls the monster, who set the standards for the monster. So now we are entering an era, a technological era, a technological revolution, where there, the machine is not guided by ethics, right? But somebody is controlling the machine. Now, this is also being foreseen by some scholars, right? In the book Fourth Wave by Herman Barayan and Maynard and Susan Matrons, they talk about the idea of religion coming back to lead science. And if you all know Einstein, he said, religion without science is lame, but science without religion is blind. So we're entering era where religion, ethics will come back and become even more superior. Uh, Now, so what next? So in Industrial Revolution number 5, right, is about understanding the truth and regain power. Power is with those who own spiritual ware or ethical ware or moral ware and goodness certification, and who controls definitions and institutions of ethics, standards, ratings, ranking, and spirituality. We will give you an example of this. Right? There's plenty of example, by the way. Look at all this, right? I think as academics, we all know about Scopus, right? Scopus is the new god of academics. We all pray to the new god, right? Ini Tuhan baru kita ini. Semua kita tunduk dan sujud kepada Tuhan baru Scopus. Ya, we pay tens of millions to publish and get cheated sometimes, and the biggest cheating is by the Scopus institution, by itself, by this Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? But lo and behold, our own ministries believe in it. I don't know about Indonesia, but my ministry of education in Malaysia, they are also slaves of Scopus, Q1, Q2, Q3. They also pray to the same God. But why? Because they say, you want to be known, you want to be good as a scholar, you publish with us. Because we set the standards of what good publishing is. Because we control what is a good publication, we control what is a bad publication. We will tell you your journals, right? Your developing country journals, your whatever journals you have, right? That is yours. It's not Scopus, it's not good. This is how powerful those who control standards. Those who control standards of right and wrong, of good and bad, control the world. So we become the slave of Scopus right now. And look at in the world of economy, right? The world of economics for the country, the Standard and Poor that on the left side there, the Standard and Poor rating, the Fitch rating, Moody's rating. If they rate a country, right, from AA to A minus, investment will be reduced. Sometimes the investment will be pulled out from that country. If you bring it down to PBB, then you see massive divestment occurring. So these rating agencies, these standards that they set, they control the flow of investment in a country. Right? This how powerful standards are. This how powerful accreditation institution is. Right? And we in universities, we in business schools are controlled by all these accreditation institutions as well. The ranking of universities, right? When people go to some universities because of the ranking, and people believe in the ranking. Our leaders believe in ranking, right? Students believe in ranking. Parents believe in ranking. And I always argue, right? I do meet a lot of friends and colleagues in Indonesia. There are a lot of wise colleagues, knowledgeable colleagues, very very insightful. Before there was age index, are these people stupid, right? They need to have age index of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, right? To be known to be good, right? Well, before there's age index, were they stupid professors or were they stupid scholars? Were they stupid lecturers? No. But now, whether you're good enough is depends on how they classify you based on that number, based on the standards, right? So we have happiness index, right? And countries in Scandinavia is ranked with high happiness index. We have CSR standards. We have terrorist watch list, right? And they will tell you some countries are in the terrorist list. And what country is not in the terrorist list? United States. This is one of the biggest terrorist country in the world. What is not up there? Israel, who have killed more than 40,000 people. They are not in the terrorist watch list. Right? They are low in there, right? The rest of the country, whenever there's 1, 2, 3, 4 incidents, they're considered in the terrorist list. Transparency International, they will tell you which country is democratic, which country is not democratic. Therefore, this country is bad, that country is good, right? These are all ranking standards, ratings that are set by the fifth industrial revolution technology. They control the technology of who is good, who is bad. They control the technology of what's right, what's wrong. They control about human rights. They set the standards. The ISO set the standards. All this global reporting initiative, I'm by the way a certified GRI as well. They tell you what company report should look like the sustainability report should look like, right? So they control what's a good company, they control what's a good country, what's a good university. They set the standard. This is the technology that controls the world right now. Besides the other technology, we have the informational technology, but we have the ethical technology as well. And the battle is in the ethics right now. So as I said just now, if we all jump ship, right, from our own journals with our own publication into the Scopus, the Q1, Q2, which is mainly Western dominated, right, we believe in the hegemony of knowledge that they have, the hegemony of knowledge institutions. Right? But how about our own Nusantara Scopus? How about our own South country Scopus? Right? Where is our Nusantara ISI? Right? So this is something we can work on. Because if we believe in total hegemony, we will be totally sunk. We will lead to total sinking of our own ships. Our bahtera akan tenggelam, right? Kerana kita semua lompat ke bahtera orang lain gitu. You see, now there are many standards and certification. I'm not saying that all the standards and certification are bad. Some are very good, but we need to think about our own as well. We need to participate. We need to infiltrate. We need to influence this certifications, these standards as well. We must be part of it or influence of it, and the engagement must occur with us. If not, we must create our own, right? And we have the SDGs, right? 17 SDGs. But where is religion and spirituality in this SDG? 17 SDG. By the way, we in USM we ranked number 4th sustainability led university, right? We believe in SDGs, but where is the spirituality in the 17th SDG? Where is the moral spirituality? Religion is not even mentioned, right? Is it implicit? No. Is it secularization? Perhaps, right? Perhaps. Look at Universal Declaration of Human Rights. These are all values that are stipulated, and are we all believers, total believers in the value? Copyright, you look point number 27, copyright. How about they copyrighted the alphabet, the Arabic numerals, right? No one claimed to get money out of it, right? They have stolen our knowledge, but they never paid us any money. But now they want to have this established so that they control all this definition of what's right or wrong, right? So in terms of a conceptual analysis, we see the hardware is at the tip of the iceberg, right? The mechanization, the physical material, the electrical is at the tip of the iceberg, at the top. The bottom bit is the software, the digitization, the coding, the network. But at the bottom, the most important part of the whole iceberg of technology right now is the ethical spiritual ware, the ethical spiritual coding that talks about values, moral, ethical code, the new community standards, right? Now we talk about new community standards, certification institutions, the mission. This is where the fight is. This is where the power is. They control the bottom and they tip the iceberg left and right according to their own value system, their own standards, right? So, um, so in Industrial Revolution number 5, in ethical foresight, we need to establish and protect our own compass, our own standards. We must ask the question, what is the direction of our action, our organization action, of our university action, our research action? Do we have compass to get there? And whose and what compass are we using? Right? Right. Now, this is an example. I have this is one country, not too far away from Nepal, right? In Bhutan, right? This is a smoking-free, carbon-negative country that passes no laws unless it improves citizens' well-being. Right? It is in Bhutan. It is a country that cherish happiness, but admits they are not there yet, right? They are not there yet. So they have gross national happiness instead of gross national product. So they frame and look and evaluate their life and society, the economy from the happiness, from a well-being perspective, right? So they come up with their own standards of what is a good economy, what is a bad economy. And this is an example of country that liberates itself from the standards of the colonizers of the West, right? Now, I'm not here to bring you only bad news. There is good news. The good news here is that we can win, and we have won this war, part of this war. Where is the success? Example is in the halal industry. Islamic finance, we are up there. Halal tourism, Indonesia has won awards, ranked the best in halal tourism in the global Muslim travel index, right? Together with Malaysia, by the way, brothers, right? So this is where we can win. This is our gelanggang. This is our court where we can win. This is our space that we can succeed. I'll go deeper now. I'll skip that one. This is Malaysia. Now, if you look at the global Islamic economy indicator, right? Islamic finance. So if you look at Nusantara, I define Nusantara as being the Sabang, Merauke, Filipina, Rote, Miangas up to part of Indochina, right? The Nusantara, Nusantara sebelum penjajah datang ya, jadi Nusantara yang lebih besar itu. Islamic finance, Indonesia, Malaysia is up there. So we are in the top 10 right now in Islamic finance, right? Halal food, this is 2022. Yeah, Malaysia, Indonesia number 2, right? Muslim friendly travel, Malaysia number 1. That's probably because of impact by COVID, right? So Indonesia is not there. Indonesia was there before that. Modest fashion, look at that. Indonesia is up there, number 3. So in the space of halal or Islamic economy indicator, Indonesia can win. Indonesia has won. Pharma and cosmetic, you look at that. Malaysia is number 2. Indonesia number 9. Singapore It's not even a Muslim country, can be number one because they practice the Sharia principles, right? So halal or Islamic economy indicator is not being about being religious, not being about being Muslim. Any country can be in the Islamic economy indicator. You look at pharma and cosmetic, right? Netherlands, our colonizers, penjajah Netherlands bisa dapat nombor 3 tu. Right? They can be number 3 in global Islamic economy, right? Media and recreation. Singapore number 2 again, right? China is number 4 in media and recreation. So, and this is the battle, inilah ruang yang kita bisa sukses ya. And this is the battle we can win because we know this gelanggang, we know this game. This game of is Sharia compliant, right? So this is an example where the ethics is familiar to us, and the battle of ethics is where we can win, right? Let me go to the next one. Now, this is the beautiful thing about Indonesia right now. Indonesia has this green halal industrial zone, green halal valley, 500 hectare. In my own research, it is the biggest in Southeast Asia, possibly also the biggest in Asia, right? So it's not just halal, is green halal, so it's halalan toiban. So this is where Indonesia can launch into global superpower in terms of green halal. We might not win in green products, but in green halal products we can win because we understand halal. And green is actually part of Toiban, right? Green halal and Toiban. Right? So this is where the battle of ethics can occur. Right? I have students from China who is researching on green products in China. But green products in China has received bad reputation to the extent that some consumers, they say if you want to have a clean product, a hygienic product, you go to the halal product in China. So halal has that reputation. So if we build on this reputation, then they will say, if you want a good chicken, you buy halal and Toiban chicken. There. Then they believe in it. You see, in Malaysia, let me reverse a bit, right? This is Malaysia. Malaysia has won the award for 8-9 years in a row. Financial products, majority of the nasabah, the majority of the customers of Sharia compliant financial products are non-Muslims, which means non-Muslims believe in the principles that laid out in Sharia. This is not, buying bakso or instant noodles, right? This is financial products, investment for the future. The non-Muslims believe in it, so it is ethical investment product, and people believe in the ethical principles. And this, we are talking about money, we are talking investment, and this is where we can win. The whole idea of rahmatan lil alamin, sharing the benefit, sharing the rahmat, sharing the goodness in Islamic Sharia to the world, not just to the Muslim. We want to share it to the Muslim, right? And to have halal product is not just limited to being Muslim. Anyone can have halal product, right? And it is a growing market, right? And we look at this in 2023, there are 2 billion Muslims, right? 1 out of 4 in the world are Muslims. This is a great customer base to have, right? And the dinar standard is rising every year. Agriculture, Muslim spend 1.13 trillion, yeah, in 2023. So it is a growth rate, and the growth rate of halal food is 3.5 between 2019 to 2024. So it is a growth industry. But I'm not just talking about halal. This is an example, right, about ethical product and ethical branding. The scene in the cosmetic industry is the scene of using animals to test products. Right? The mascara, for example, they test it on animals, on rats, on rabbits, and eventually to monkeys. So maybe if only 2 out of 10 monkeys do not go blind, they say, well, this is good mascara, right? So this is an example where an entrepreneur named Anita Roddick saw the scenes of cosmetic industry we develop a new ethical product line, new ethical chain, right? Cosmetic chain called the Body Shop. And by leading in this ethical mission, leading in this ethical call for rationalizing, right? They're changing, transforming. It's like a movement. Later on, many other cosmetics from Victoria Secret, Jessica McClintock. I don't know. I don't use this product. I'm not sure what, right? I don't know. All this have also developed their own ethical product, the non animal free testing product, all kinds of ethical product line. But so this is a battle of good and evil. If you let the capitalists decide, they will exploit, they will harm, they will hurt animals, they will exploit the environment, they will exploit the farmers, they will exploit the fishermen. We must go in and transform the industry, transform businesses, right? This is the battle. So for ethical foresight, this is further strategies, right? Coming to the end, this is my second last slide right now, right? How are you and your organizations developing definition, institutions, and communities of good standards? What higher calling, ethical mission are you and your organization serving, right? In a world where there's high cost in this, high cost in that, how are we helping those people at the bottom billion? How are we helping people who are less fortunate? In a world where there's pollution, how do we and contaminated products? How can we ensure that our products, our services are ethical? Number two, do you or your organization have clarity of values and ethical principles? That needs to be articulated, needs to be developed, needs to be deliberated and decided. Right? Number three, do you have strong a relationship with strong communities? So you cannot fight this alone. You got to come together and fight together. And when I say fight together, it's not just within one country. We must come across different countries. Right? We must come together as peoples from different countries coming together, and then we can challenge this capitalist-led globalization that is recolonizing our world right now, right? Changing the laws of our country so that we can open up our doors so that they can come and exploit us. We must stop this exploitation. Number five, number four, are your organization part of a change movement? So it's not just change, but it's change movement. Number five, how are you and your organization developing your plan, your community, your organization based on ethical principles and values? So we must not just put an ethical mission, put it on the wall and stop there. We need to have a plan, not just a hope, right? A hope is not a plan. It's good to have hope, but we need to have a plan to achieve, to realize our goals. And number six, how do you measure, improve success towards these ethical practices and ethical mission? So right now, I'm coming back to my 9 out of 10, 10 concluding remarks. We must understand that we have entered the fourth industrial revolution, the revolution of AI, but also the revolution of EI, ethical intelligence. Right? They will tell us what's intelligent, what's not intelligent, what's ethical, not ethical. They are setting standards, right? So point number 2, point number 3 is about what 4IR, 5IR is. Number 4 is to realize that power is with those who control ethics, those who control standards. And Satan is in the standards. We must bring angels and define our own standards. Otherwise, Satan will tell us that we are bad, we are lousy, and destroy our own products and our own publications and our own institutions. Number 5, clarity of values and vision based on ethical compass. So you must have our compass. Number 6, businesses must come up with ethical branding and products and services. Number 7, be part of an ethical change movement, not just a change in product, but a change in movement too. You are against animal testing in cosmetic product. We must create a movement to change that, right? Number 8, influence, infiltrate, penetrate, establish standards and accreditations institution. You must say, look, I'm paying you all to give us accreditation, but at the same time, we must have a separate plan and to come up with our own accreditation and to say that if you want to come to our part of the world, you follow our standards, not we follow your standards. You want to come to Nusantara, you follow Nusantara standards, right? We have established our Nusantara countries of the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, come together and decide what our standards are. and you have institution, international institutions, and they follow our standards. Number 9, collective mobilization. So we talk about different types of mobilization: university network, ASEAN, Alan Toiba movement, a common ethical framework platform, and then how do you measure success? We need to know what our success is and move towards that. So thank